That's right. Welcome to our Drive Chat. It's proudly brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Honey Cough Mixture, a quality product from NS Chemist, effective for relief from cough, sore throat, and throat irritation. And Bell Pack paper tissues. You know, when you insist on quality in life, every choice matters. And that's why Bell Pack paper tissue is a perfect companion for those who demand the best. Yeah, Bell Pack paper tissues offers the softness and strength that you need for every occasion. From toilet rolls and kitchen towels to pocket and facial tissues, Bell Pack has you covered. Bell Pack tissues last longer and they save you money. So make that switch today and enjoy the ideal paper tissue with Bell Pack. Yeah, get a Bell Pack perfumed toilet roll today and enjoy a fragrance-filled bathroom experience that leaves every visit fresh and pleasant. Bell Pack, just wipe it. For bulk distribution, you can call 0551 144400. Bell Pack tissues, another quality product from Bell Aqua. And get ready for a game changer, SMEs. Yeah, we're introducing Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions at MTN. This all-in-one package consists of a 4G router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications, of course, WebWiz, a customized business website for your business, a Unicom service, a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs. All for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellow Biz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. To stay ahead of competition, you can call 100 or 0244 308 111 or email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office for your Yellow Biz and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. Well, guess who's back? Dr. Yaw Osafo, CEO of Medical's Hospital. Our Drive Doctors here. What's up, dog?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, Kwame. It's good to be back.
Wait, you left me 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And you've put on.
Oh, Kwame.
So I was the reason.
The stress, Kwame.
Wow. After just 2 weeks, we're on phone. We're on phone now to 3. Wow.
I think you know the answer to that.
I know.
Always be pushing stuff in there.
Oh, you're looking good. I didn't know I was stressing your life like this.
Oh, Kwame. It's 300 dollars. Right.
Anyway,
yes,
so happy to have you back. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been fantastic. It's been quite a whirlwind of activities at the new branch, getting a lot of things together.
Yeah.
Getting all the different equipment set up. It's not been easy. So,
oh, beautiful.
Yeah, but gradually we're getting there.
That's
so
the new Medical's Hospital at East Legon Hills.
At East Legon Hills, yes, absolutely. A few meters away from Ashadbuchi School Junction.
Right.
Heading towards East Legon Hills. So yes, gradually we're getting there. It's a lot of work, but the team absolutely fantastic. Kwesi, Nana, Ken, Emanuela, Roger, fantastic team.
I know it's a lot of work, and I know that you have the people, but don't you need another doctor? Like, don't you need help?
That's why your room is ready. It's almost ready.
You didn't say it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've got my stethoscope and things all ready. My apparatus.
Okay.
I've got my drilling machine.
Doctor unit, it's there for you. Philip is your first patient. He's going to do his annuals.
You know the procedure I'll do for Philip? Colonoscopy. I want to do. And
you want to see where the sun never shines. You want to see where the sun never shines.
Anyway.
Right. Kwame.
So glad you're back.
Yeah,
and
whilst
you were away, of course, school reopened. And we thought that
September.
we needed to do some education about our children who are going back to school. So we've
Absolutely.
actually done some conversations on oral health
Oral
for
health,
children
yes.
with the help of our team at
Very
Access
enlightening.
Dental.
Yeah.
Yes.
A chance to know
Now,
one of them. Yeah.
absolutely. So today we continue the conversation because our children are very important to us, and we definitely need to look at some of the health issues associated with children, especially when they're going back to school.
To school. Right.
So thank you for coming by.
Sure, Kwame, and good afternoon to all our listeners. It's good to be back in the studio to continue the conversation already started about going back to school. Kwame, one of the important institutions that we have in the health sector is actually the school system. All right, it is not something you think about when you're thinking healthcare, but the school system in Ghana, particularly primary schools, you find them almost everywhere. Every small town in this country would have a primary school. It is organized, there's a structure, and then you have trained teachers, very, very responsible. So once you have this kind of framework, you can offer healthcare within that structure. So actually, the Ghana Education Service has this school health educational program. Every now and then we hear about deworming programs going on in the schools. And children are also very receptive to health information compared with adults. A number of studies that have proven that. So going back to school, for us health workers, for me in particular as a doctor, it is very, very important. The children provide an opportunity for us to do both health education and also to catch them young, to pick up some of these conditions. But Kwame, anytime you send your child to school, a lot of people think about two things: academic performance or the attainment of academic excellence, and then also socialization. They build social skills, they make friends. I still have people, I have friends that I made from, basic school that I still am in touch with them. But sometimes parents get very frustrated with their children's academic performance. We tend to either blame the school or blame our children. And I mean, yeah, baby, I go now. Oba do so. Then he's bringing you may take it out on the child, or you may take it out on the institution, thinking that something is not quite right. But more often than not, that something is not quite right is none of the above. Two, it's neither the school nor is it the individual, but rather it's a health problem. So today and next week, I'm going to look at some of the health problems that can actually impede academic performance. That parents should be aware of. That going back to school month in September should be the time, get a health check. And when you go, ask your doctor about these things specifically. So, Kwame, if your vision is poor, you perform poorly academically. Especially if you are in a system that assumes that everybody can see. So we're going to look at eye disorders in children of the school-going age. A few eye problems. One of the worst things that happens is that the teacher gives homework on the whiteboard these days, not the blackboard, and then you're supposed to copy, except Philip's place where he went to primary school. I think they are still doing blackboard.
They're still doing blackboard. Then we'll go and break the tiger head battery. Then we'll use the black disease. We'll mix it
solution.
and
Come
go
and
and paint
the blackboard. Yeah.
Charlie.
Why say tiger head?
Tiger head people.
Right. So the teacher gives an assignment. You're supposed to copy homework. Child comes back home. Parent takes a look at their homework book, and they're totally disappointed with what the child has written. And it is as if the child can't string sentences. And then we begin to make assumptions about what are they teaching them, who's their English teacher, and so on and so forth. And then we take it out on the child. But Kwame, does it ever occur to us that probably just maybe the child cannot read from that distance in the classroom. So the first group of disorders we're going to talk about are what we call the refractive errors. Refractive errors. So Kwame, a little bit of science. We know about the lens, and we know that light rays can go through a lens, and when it does that, the light bends, and then it falls on that medium where an image is then produced. So that bending of light as it goes through the lens, we will call it refraction. All right, and we've all got a lens in our eyeball, and it does exactly that job, and it throws off the image to the light onto the image plates, which we call the retina. So that is the basic biology that I want us to have. Now, the lens may not function right and may generate 3 different types of problems. So, Kwame, I'm sure we've all heard about nearsightedness. Nearsightedness, myopia. So sometimes we say somebody's myopic.
Yeah.
You know, we use it in as an expression, just to let somebody know that you're short-sighted. You're just seeing the things you're thinking about just today. Think about tomorrow. So on. And the Galamsey example is an example of our short-sightedness in the way we are approaching the climate. You know, we are not thinking far enough or looking into the future. So the first condition is myopia, and it causes distant objects to appear blurry or out of focus, and it is because the lens is putting the image before the image plate for the retina. It's not bending the light from the image onto the retina, but before it. And when this happens, distant objects become blurry. So this person wants things to be very close. You see them reading, and their eye is in the book.
Right.
So Kwame, if this child is sitting at a distance from the blackboard, from the whiteboard, then they're not going to be able to see, because the writings on the whiteboard are going to be out of focus. And this is what we call myopia. There are some statistics I want to share about myopia and why we should pay attention in the school-going age. This condition affects up to 6% of all children by age 6 years.
Oh.
15% of children by age 9. These are global statistics. 25% by age 13. And 40% by age 17.
Oh, that's wild.
Yes, that's wild. I was looking at these global statistics. I was like, hello, this is an epidemic of a sort. We really have to pay attention. So we all make the assumption that your child can see and can see right. Yes, if I move forward, I can see right. But what if I am at a certain distance from whatever it is that I am reading? Can I see right? So sitting arrangements in the classroom, we shouldn't take it for granted. So we move, hey, you talk too much, go and sit at the back, or come to the front. We do these things arbitrarily without recognizing that distances then will cause may cause what we call refractive errors. And these are very, very high statistics in children at a certain age. Myopia is often hereditary and typically begins in childhood after the age of 4, and then begins to go, as we see, getting to about 40% of children by age 17. And you can see how it happens, or the signs, you know, when an individual has this particular type of refractive error. Again, the distance or the vision is blurry at a distance. They squint when they are reading or watching TV. So parents should pay attention to their children. They sit very close, at very close proximity to the TV or the computer screen. I see they just want to fix their face into the laptop or into the television. They sit at the front of the classroom to see clearly when the teacher or to see the teacher clearly, or to see the board. They hold the books to their eyes, and they also have a disinterest in playing sports. So they want to encourage them to play sport, but they don't want to, because why? You won't see the ball coming. You know, so then we think they're not good enough, or you can't play this. Table tennis, all sports, they are terrible at it, because most sports would require clear distance vision. So these are some of the symptoms of myopia. That's the first refractive error that I want to talk about. The other one is farsightedness. So when we have the short or nearsightedness, and then we have the farsightedness. Here, yes, that's hyperopia. Yes. So near objects or images appear blurry. So quite a lot of people have that. At a certain age, we all tend to send things a bit back. We stretch or we extend our upper limbs fully at the elbow, so that the phone is a bit, or is at a distance away from you. You see your parents doing it. You see your grandparents doing it, try to send things at a certain distance. Because if you bring it to the normal distance, then the objects appear blurry. So here, the lens is focusing the image behind the image plate. The light bends, but the lens is such that it takes it behind the retina, and it causes words on a page or images on your phone to appear out of focus. But when you take the phone away from you, then the words come into focus. So that is farsightedness. They rather want things to be away from them. It is estimated that 13% of school-age children are farsighted. Come here again, that's a huge number. If you take for every 100 children you'd screen, you'd find 13 of them, are far-sighted. Right. So again, being far-sighted is not just a question of wearing glasses, but it can affect the child's overall visual development as well. So we have to pay attention to it. What are some of the signs of this far-sightedness? Near images or objects appear blurry, and then distance makes it clear. They have difficulty in reading. Because you always have to keep the book at a certain distance. They have headaches or fatigue after near vision activities, reading, writing, computer use. Because when you sit behind a desktop, how far can you push the desktop? You put a laptop on your lap, how far away can you push it? So they try and accommodate. And by the end of the session, they always complain about headaches. So I want parents to pay attention to that. If the child is making complaints about headaches after writing, after reading, don't just assume that they're just acting up. They don't want to do their work or homework, and that's why they're just complaining about headaches. They have what we call eye strain. They may also squint, and they like to hold books at arm's length. So, Kwame, this is the second refractive error. The third and the last one is something we call astigmatism. There's a part of the eyeball we call the cornea. That is the if you like, the clear dome at the front of the eye. The clear dome in front of the eye is a transparent front part of the eyeball. And here, the dome is supposed to be neatly curved, but in some instances you don't have that. You rather have an irregularly curved cornea, that part of the eyeball, and it will also cause them not to be able to focus objects very well and have visual problems. So again, they may have distorted vision, blurred vision, eye strain, headaches, and then fatigue. By the time they read a page or two, they're so tired because of that. So these are examples of eye conditions, or what we call refractive errors, that are very, very common in children, that parents should make sure school is going to reopen. Can I get my children's eyes checked? And very simple way of checking for these refractive errors. And then most of the time we will correct them with a pair of eyeglasses.
Okay.
Based on the power of the lens that is needed, the correction is done, and then voila,
But apart from the genetics that you mentioned earlier, that probably might cause these. Are there other things that maybe we expose kids to that might, cause these?
Right. So usually not. They are just structural, things. So when we talk about the farsightedness, for example, you may have the eyeball being shorter than normal. It's just the eyeball. You may have the lens being thinner than normal. So these are things that would have happened. But you can also have trauma to the eye. All right, trauma from any cause to the eye that can also cause some of these things. During pregnancy, infections inside, when you are inside the mother's womb, can also lead to that.
Okay.
So again, we discourage, things striking children in and around the face, the head, and all of that in school. We have to be careful about that because any form of trauma to the eye potentially can also lead to that.
All right. If you have any questions, you can call us on 0302216541. If you have questions on the little bit that we've spoken about today, you can call us on 0302216541 or send us a WhatsApp message on 055 1111997.
Right.
Okay.
Do you have anybody? Otherwise, I wanted to
there's
talk about one more thing, which
Okay.
is the binocular vision dysfunction. So, Kwame, you know a binoculars, and once we've got a pair, of eyeballs, we look at the same object with both eyes at the same time. So that's the binocular vision, and unfortunately, this ability, people can experience some kind of dysfunction, or children can experience some dysfunction, and the two eyes are just not working together. They must work together, but the two eyes simply are not working together, and that's what we call the BVD. It's not the biometric verification device,
Okay.
the one that they are fighting over.
Okay.
So this BVD is binocular vision dysfunction, and it's just because the two eyes are not working together, and because there's some misalignment between the two eyes, and children can suffer this as well, and they may have double vision, they may have fatigue, and they may also have headaches. So if you find that your child frequently complains of any of these symptoms, then you can schedule them with an exam or an appointment with an eye doctor or with an optometrist, and we'll take it from there.
Diana says, I have an 11-year-old and sometimes complains of itch around the eye, around the eyelids and headaches. Where does this fall?
Right. So it could be a number of different things, but once this thing has become repeated and all of that, then the first thing that comes to mind is that this may be some form of allergy. All right. So some children have a tendency to allergies, and we call that atopy. And they will have what we call a conjunctivitis. They constantly rubbing their eyes. Sometimes their eyes gets reddened, and then they may have a rhinitis. They're always picking their nose or rubbing their nose. They may have an itch in their ear. They're always sticking things into their ear or feather to try and relieve the itch. They have an itch in their throat. So we want to look out for all of these things, but it sounds like an allergy. But again, you should get an optometrist or an ophthalmologist, an eye doctor, to check it out and make a definitive diagnosis.
Senor Inoyarifa says, good afternoon. Please, for 2 years now, I've been using computer for most of my studies. But recently, anytime I'm using a computer, my eyes start dripping. Even though I reduce the light and also I wear plain glasses to prevent tears from flowing. Doc, if I continue this way, what will be the effect?
Right. So, Kwame, you know that even with your mobile phones these days, they help us to manage the screen intensity, the light intensity. We go dark mode and all of that. So, and again, take a look at whenever we have the eclipse, we're asked to look at it with special sunglasses. Right. So, when you have a light ray, there are different colors in there. You have the 7 colors of white light. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet in there. Not all of them at certain frequencies are good for your eye. They actually can damage your eye. So the glare that comes from screens, not entirely healthy. So some of them will put protective screens on the front of their laptops and then the desktops, and definitely on your phone. So if he's having this, he should get it checked. Probably it is doing damage. to the retina,
Okay.
the image plate.
But do you have an optometrist, or do you care for people like that at Medicas?
Yes, so we have at our new East Legon Hills branch, where we've got a very comprehensive eye unit. There's an ophthalmologist, an eye doctor, there's an optometrist as well. And I would encourage all school heads, now encourage all parents, come in, get your child's eye checked. It just may be that they have an eyesight problem. That's why they cannot read. That's why they are not interested in reading. Your child may not be lazy. Oh, they don't have a book that. You never seen holding a book. You don't like academic work. They don't like it because reading causes them to have headaches. Reading causes them to experience fatigue, and nobody likes scoring poorly. You know, and numbers, for example, in all of these refractive errors, makes you see numbers in a very weird way. Kwame, how many times haven't we heard people complain that, oh, my son is not good in maths? As for me, I'm not good in math. You're seeing the numbers the wrong way. So, you know, you get it checked. So, Kwame, yes, we do run a very comprehensive eye service.
Is there a number we can call so that if we want to get in there?
Right. So, for those who want to reach out to us, the number is 0501 477 340. The WhatsApp number is 0501 477 340. And Kwame, we continue the conversation on our social media pages. At Medicals GH is our Instagram and X handle.
Okay.
And then Facebook Medicals.
And we continue this conversation next week.
Next week I will look at micronutrient deficiency disorders in children.
Okay.
Your child should be a Shabri and go to Presec. I mean, National Science Seminars.
I like that.
I had to say that.
You had to. You had to. Thank you so much, Dr. Osafo, CEO of Medicas Hospital, East Legon Hills and Mampong.
I can see clear.